Opioid-involved overdose deaths have increased in Minnesota since 2000.
Anxious adolescents with access to Adderall are aimlessly asking for it. Anti-adults are becoming ancestors on accident. Acknowledging all of them among us and asking about alternatives are met with apathy. Because black youth are buoyed with bureaucratic boundaries that behoove their basic benefits of just being. They become broken by burdens, bruised and brushed by. Bullish benevolence on their behalf beforehand helps them become into their beauty. Constantly, they can be confined to confrontations, causing criminality, creating catastrophic chaos instead of calm countenances. It can't only concern children. We're connected and it's a cancer in our community. Dealing drugs and doing dangerous activities, dumbfounded by the dynamics that destroy their destiny. We should be disappointed. This disaster dissipates our duty to demand depth. Every one of them are earnest, each exceptional and excellent except for when our expectations exit. Eventually, they eagerly entertain external efforts that cause euphoria and ecstasy. But everything is laced, so even a little is excessive, equaling the end. To be frank, youth are forming foundational fellowships. Few not functioning on fentanyl, trying to forget their feelings or failures. Fears of foes, maybe funny acting friends, losing faith, furthering frustration, fraying the fabric of their families forever. Going to gangs, not games. Growing in rage, graduating in grief, sometimes before garnering greater grades as good gals and gents glaringly go to graves. Hinting at hurt, feeling low, getting high, having the habits of the hunted, hindered by hundreds of hypocrisies happening, and having their hopes hushed. It's not a hiccup, it's harm. Isolated, innocence is intercepted by intentional ills. Eminent importance is implicated, but there isn't innovation. Inhibiting institutions, intentionally idealizing individualism, including irreverent interventions. Its impact is an illusion. Geez, let's join juniors in their journey. Jump for joy when they avoid jail and not judge them for juggling their jilted jurisdictions. No joshing, they're justified, but their jackpot is knowing that they're jewels. Keen eyes know kids. This knowledge kept kids and kin from all kinds of killer. Help kith and kids kick the keys that kick habits that are known knots and kinks that increase their kairos, cuz let's level for a little. Where will they linger? Less of the landscape lifted lately likes littler citizens. Lots of liquor, a lot of leasing luxury living, less youth centers, and more for Labradors than lads. They're last on the list, making many minors more morbid, minimizing movement, making maneuvering mandates a mystery. Matriculating is mysterious, making money and employment is met with microaggressions. No matter the measurement, youth mentals are mildly marred at a minimum by making it through these moments mostly. Not to neglect the nasty nightmare they noticed. Knees on necks over nickels in their neighborhood, nearly annihilated their neighbors, and not to mention, not enough naturally gets nourished back in their nest. That's systemic neglect. Their needs are never noticed. No wonder there's narcotics. Opioids are so often the option. Overdosing occasions only increase on top of other observations. Our youth obsessions online also obliterate opportunities. Youth organizations are overpopulated. Police officers are the opposite. Public opinion is obstinate, and our solutions are obsolete. Overwhelming oddities of overpowering obstacles, obviously. Perpetuating poor performance when prior to the pandemic, there was promise. Are we praying for or praying on young people? Can't just put it on pastors, politicians, or parents, but no one's transparent. It's apparent that plenty people, poor and prosperous, pretend that youth pitfalls are their priority. Pimp the predicament. No plans. Push papers that point out preteens and their peers popping pills as the problem. Yet profiting off people experiencing poverty without providing public programs and peer people for youth that can push them primarily towards their potential without paying premium prices. I quake at the questions youth are faced with. Quenching their quest to become quality is quotable, but quietly a quander. Their quest to not quit is quickly how they'll conquer odds and be the quintessential kings and queens we're supposed to be. Rising above the residue of forces that's repercussions are repellents to our riches. Restoring rhythms that recover reality. Let's reduce relegating youth to their rooms. Release them from the real reasons to make the recovery one to remember. Remembering relationships will relieve and restore rapport even when they've gone rogue. Staying sober in this society and support isn't successful. It's sort of stressful. Staying away from substances isn't even simple. Subtly we soften our stance and significantly strengthen our supply. Students are strapped and stressed in these streets. Suddenly the system sells substances, but wants youth to sustain sobriety. Too tough a task when attendants are tattered. Teens in tents gather, tempting tumultuous times after. Tormented by trauma and not trained to tread, teens try to take on the trail but are trekking on treadmills. The temptation is to think too trivial though. Try to push through by tricking only themselves. To triumph troubles, take the toughest trail. Entertain therapy and talk to those you trust. Get treatment. Take time to try things that'll take you to new thinking. Cause underneath these utterances is understanding, unequivocal appreciation, and the utmost respect. Unfortunate circumstances aren't unique. They bring us unity. They usually upend when young ones unite. Unique and unfathomable strength isn't unlikely. It's underneath. Right now, it looks ugly, but we can urgently untangle this ugly urban and suburban undertaking. Various variants with variable vicious volumes violently violate our vitality. Vegetables are nowhere in view, but vices are vehemently on the verge of visibility. It makes me want to vomit. It's a virus that makes us visit a variety of victims after the verdict. No value in that virtue. Why? We were wonderful from the womb, but we are wilted by the wind, worried about our way and wonder where the youth went wrong, when we need to do better. Working with youth is wise. Whenever we willingly wield our wildest hope for the well-beings of our young men and women, we will win. X-ray our society and see that brokenness exists. We're not exempt from exercise in this experiment. We exist for excellence and concede expectations expertly with excitement. And though excitement is there, we can exalt youth towards exuberance, but the cost is expensive. You yearn for yattering regarding youth. The yuckiness of drugs yokes our youngest. It yanks the young from us. We yearn for more years, only yielding yesterdays. Opioids kill the zest for life in this zoo. Our community oozes with promise, but is zooming towards death. Let's zap becoming zombies. I'm not overzealous, but let's snooze the traps that harm our people. Let's reach our zenith. Only then can we feel zen. Opioids kill all of us. Simple as ABC.